Welcome back. It's day 7 of our Grotmas calendar, and we're unveiling a new detachment. For those who've just joined us, each day this December brings us a unique Warhammer 40k detachment, spotlighting a different faction. And today, we're diving into the world of the Deathwatch. Deathwatch now have their own index since they tried to combine the army with agents of the Imperium, which did not go down very well. So let's hope this new army rule and detachment can make up for it. Deathwatch Army Rule. From their hidden bases in orbiting watch fortresses, the Deathwatch dispatch carefully selected operatives to hunt down and exterminate alien presences wherever they may be found. Each of these post-human warriors is a veteran of countless battles, tithed by their original chapter to undertake the long vigil and guard amongst alien incursion. Kill teams. When faced with an array of missions to complete and varying enemies to lay low, the Deathwatch are highly adept at forming effective kill teams that mesh startlingly diverse armor and equipment. Each time an attack targets a kill team unit from your army that contains models with different toughness characteristics, until the attacking unit has finished making its attacks, use the toughness characteristics of the majority of the models in that unit when determining what result is required for the attack to successfully wound. If 2 or more toughness characteristics are tied, for majority use the highest toughness characteristics. For the purpose of determining which models can embark within a transport unit, kill team models must follow the normal restrictions listed on the transport model. The kill team rule adds some interesting tactical flexibility, but it could get a bit messy with the mixed toughness values, and I think it might slow down the gameplay a little bit when determining what to roll to wound. Though I do think it is super fun, and from a lore perspective, that it's like the big chunkier dudes shielding the little guys from heavier fire. I think it's pretty cool. The Detachment. Black Spear Task Force. Detachment Rule. If your army faction is Adeptus Astartes, you can use this Black Spear Task Force detachment rule. Restrictions. Your army can include Adeptus Astartes Deathwatch units, but it cannot include any Adeptus Astartes units drawn from any other chapter. With the exception of Kill Team Cassius, see Legends, Agents of the Imperium. Your army cannot include any Agents of the Imperium Deathwatch units. Your army cannot include any of the following units: Assault Squad with jump packs, Attack Bike Squad, Devastator Squad, Land Speeder Storm, Relic Terminator Squad, Scout Bike Squad, Scout Squad, Scout Sniper Squad, Tactical Squad, Terminator Assault Squad, Terminator Squad. Mission Tactics. Thousands of years of collated strategic data and hard-won combat experience have provided the Deathwatch with the ultimate battlefield tactics to combat almost any foe. At the start of your command phase, you can select one of the mission tactics listed below. Until the start of your next command phase, that mission tactic is active, and its effects apply to all units from your army with this ability. Each mission tactic can only be selected once per battle. Fiora Tactics. When the enemy horde grows close, the Deathwatch will be tasked with the decimation of their core, aiming not for clinical kills, but for maximum destruction over a wide area. They tear the heart from the enemy army. While this mission tactic is active, weapons equipped by Adeptus Astartes units from your army have the Sustained Hits 1 ability. Malleus Tactics. When the Giants of War lumber forth, the Deathwatch will adopt Malleus Tactics. Even the largest behemoth has a weak point, and the archives of the Deathwatch number them all. While this mission tactic is active, weapons equipped by Adeptus Astartes units from your army have the Lethal Hits ability. Purgatus Tactics. By adopting Purgatus Tactics, the Deathwatch focus their deadly ire upon the commanders of the enemy host, assassinating them one after another with pitiless headshots and killing thrusts of the blade. While this mission tactic is active, each time an Adeptus Astartes unit from your army makes an attack, if a critical hit is scored, that attack has the Precision ability. The Black Spear Task Force Detachment offers some cool tactical variety with its mission tactics. Having 3 choices could be a little limiting, having the Sustained Hits, Lethal Hits, or Precision on critical hits, Could be a little specialized for a broader strategy, but a buff is a buff. So let's fingers crossed that you've picked the right tool for the job, because you can only select one of the mission tactics once. Enhancements. Thief of Secrets, 25 points. The Thief of Secrets is a blade whose machine spirit has an unquenchable thirst for knowledge. It has tasted the vitae of countless alien races, absorbing those liquids through auto-sanctified, sanguinated channels and codifying them through a honeycombed array of logical cells within. The biological secrets of many Xenos races have thus been laid bare, allowing the blade's user to modulate its power fields, the better to slice through chitinous armor, rupture xenoform organs, and burn out alien nervous systems. Adeptus Astartes model only. Improve the strength, damage, and armor penetration characteristics of the bearer's melee weapons by 1. At the end of the fight phase, if one or more enemy models were destroyed as a result of an attack made by the bearer this phase, till the end of the battle, improve the strength, damage, and armor penetration characteristics of the bearer's melee weapons by 2 instead. Osseous Key, 15 points. The ancient clavis, known as the Osseous Key, said to be the most powerful of its kind. Whether other such devices are made from sanctified platinum, the Osseous Key is made from the hand and finger bones of deceased Imperial Fist heroes that fought in the Horus Heresy. Scrimshawed with inhuman care and imbued with the ficest machine spirit of the age. No portal can bar its bearer from entry, and no Xenos machine can stand before his wrath. Watchmaster or Tech Marine model only. At the start of your opponent's shooting phase, select one enemy unit, excluding Titanic units, within 12 inches and visible to the bearer. That unit must take a leadership test. If that test is passed until the end of the phase, each time a model in that unit makes an attack, subtract 1 from the hit roll. If that test is failed, that unit is not eligible to shoot this phase. Beacon Angelus, 25 points. The Beacon Angelus was devised to guide the Deathwatch to the threshold of the alien adversary. Housed within a reliquary, it calls out to the warrior's auger arrays with the voices of 100 electric cherub. Its summons so strong, it draws the righteous onto the locale regardless of what darkness may surround it. Adeptus Astartes model only. Models in the bearer's unit have the deep strike ability. In addition, you can target the bearer's unit with the Rapus Ingress stratagem for 0 CP. Tomb of the Ectoclades, 30 points. This grimoire, bound in the skin of the alien, holds the most powerful truths the Deathwatch have uncovered about their foes. Whether Xenos or those who harbour them, on such occasion, such knowledge has been known to save not only the book's custodian, but the entire world. Watchmaster or Captain model only. Once per battle, after you have selected your Oath of Moments target, the bearer can use this enhancement. If it does, select a second enemy unit to be an Oath of Moments target. Designer note: this means that each time a model with the Oath of Moment ability makes an attack that targets either of your Oath of Moments targets, you can reroll the hit roll. These enhancements give some pretty cool benefits. Thief of Secrets is an okay damage buff in melee, and Beacon Angelus gives so much flexibility with a free rapid ingress, but my two favourite are the Tome of the Ectoclades for an extra Oath of Moments target, and Osseous Key. Now, it probably won't be the most competitive enhancement, but is way too much fun being able to shut down one vehicle unit and stopping them from shooting for the turn. Though I could see this backfiring and that unit not failing the battle shock tests, and you will have your character meet the Emperor real quick. Time for some stratagems. Armor of Content. Battle Tactic Stratagem. The belligerent and transhuman physiology of the Adeptus Astartes make them unyielding foes. When your opponent's shooting phase or the fight phase, just after an enemy unit has selected its targets. Target: one Adeptus Astartes unit from your army that was selected as the target of one or more of the attacking unit's attacks. Effect: until the end of the phase, each time an attack targets your unit, worsen the armor penetration characteristics of that attack by 1. Adaptive Tactics. Strategic Ploy Stratagem. Only a true versatile approach to warfare allows the tactical genius of the Deathwatch to best the myriad Xenos foes they face. When your command phase. Target: up to 2 kill team units from your army or 1 other Adeptus Astartes unit from your army. Effect: for each unit targeted, select Furor Tactics, Malleus Tactics, or Purgatus Tactics. Until the start of your next command phase, that mission tactic is active for that unit instead of any mission tactic that is active for your army. Hellfire Rounds. War Gear Stratagem. Hellfire rounds dose their targets in voracious acids that are utterly lethal to organic life. When your shooting phase. Target 1 kill team unit from your army that has not been selected to shoot this phase. Effect: until the end of the phase, ranged weapons, excluding devastating wound weapons, equipped by models in your unit have the anti-infantry 2+ and anti-monster 5+ abilities. Restrictions: you cannot select any units that have already been targeted by either Kraken rounds or Dragonfire round stratagems this phase. Kraken rounds. War Gear Stratagem. Kraken rounds utilize adamantine cores and improved propellants to penetrate the thickest hide. When your shooting phase. Target 1 kill team unit from your army that has not been selected to shoot this phase. Effect: until the end of the phase, improve the armor penetration characteristics of ranged weapons equipped by models in your unit by 1 and improve the range characteristics of those weapons by 6 inches. Restrictions: you cannot select any units that have already been targeted with either the Dragonfire rounds or Hellfire round stratagem this phase. Dragonfire rounds. War Gear Stratagem. Dragonfire rounds are designed to explode just before contact, saturating foes in cover with searing gas and flames. When your shooting phase. Target 1 kill team unit from your army that has not been selected to shoot this phase. Effect: until the end of the phase, ranged weapons equipped by models in your unit have the Assault and Ignores Cover abilities. Restrictions: you cannot select any units that have already been targeted with either Kraken rounds or Hellfire rounds stratagems this phase. Site-to-site teleportation. Strategic ploy stratagem. Site-to-site battlefield teleportation is a rare capability indeed, used only by the Deathwatch in extreme situations. When end of your opponent's fight phase. Target up to 2 kill team units from your army or 1 other Adeptus Astartes unit from your army, if those units are not within engagement range of 1 or more enemy units. Effect: remove those units from the battlefield and place them into strategic reserves. Until the end of your next movement phase, models in those units that do not have the Deep Strike ability have the Deep Strike ability. These stratagems reflect the Deathwatch's strength in adaptivity and firepower, offering various ways to fine-tune their approach depending on the enemy. The biggest strength of these stratagems is their versatility, giving a tool for virtually any battlefield scenario. And are very reactive, but do require good timing and positioning to maximize their output. Overall, the Deathwatch Black Spear Task Force Detachment offers huge tactical flexibility through versatile stratagems and enhancements. But I do heavily believe that it is reliant upon the mission tactics and using them in the perfect moment, as well as carefully crafting the list to maximize Deathwatch's potential for each battlefield scenario. And that's day 7 done. These detachments are just flying by and the excitement just keeps on growing. Drop a comment below and let us know which detachment has caught your attention the most. And don't forget to subscribe for more Grotmas surprises. Be sure to be ready because next up is the ultimate bodyguards for the God Emperor himself, the shiny golden boys, the Custodians.